and I will be SA for today's meeting number 534. I welcome you all to Millennium City Toastmasters Club. Before starting the meeting, I would like to mention some of the ground rules which we follow in Toastmasters meeting. First, please turn off all of our electronic devices that will produce an audible sound. Second, as Toastmasters, we don't talk about sex, religion, and politics, so please refrain from discussing these topics. Third, please do not cross-talk. And fourth, please note that this meeting is being recorded and it will be uploaded on YouTube for watch. So please act accordingly. As everyone in their life has a mission to achieve their goals, likewise, our Toastmasters Club also has a mission. So I would request everyone to stand and put your right hand forward and repeat after me. The mission of our Toastmasters Club is to provide a mutually supportive and positive learning environment. In which every member has an opportunity to develop communication and leadership skills, which in turn foster self-confidence and personal growth. Thank you.
Thank you.
Our presiding officer for today's meeting is our president himself. So please welcome TM Rahul. I announce the start of the meeting and hand over the stage to the presiding officer TM Rahul.
Good morning.
Good morning.
Let's try one more time with little bit more energy. Good morning.
Good morning.
My name is Rahul and I welcome you all to the 534th meeting of Millennium City Toastmasters. I think everybody is settled down now. First of all, I would like to wish you a happy Makar Sankranti, happy Lohri, and happy Pongal.
Happy Bihu.
Happy Bihu as well. I hope you had a wonderful week and you are excited for the meeting. So, how is the George?
Hi.
Good to hear. First thing first, before we get started, let's have a warm-up activity, shall we? Could you all please stand up? So, you have to follow my instructions. When I say walk, you have to randomly walk. This is the complete space you have. And when I say stop, you have to stop.
Okay.
Clear, right?
Yes.
Walk. Stop. When I say stop, you have to stop right there. I think they are part of club management. Okay.
Stop.
Okay.
Stop.
Okay. Let's forget about them. We'll get started again. Stop. Walk. Stop. Walk. Walk. Okay, you can stop now. Now we'll make a change. When I say stop, you have to actually walk. And when I say walk, you have to stop. Okay. Walk. Stop. Stop. Walk. Walk. Stop. Walk. Yeah, you can have your seat now. Thank you for coming. Now it is time for guest introduction, but I could not see any guest. I would like to announce that we have a new member today, Toastmaster Nitin, who joined us today. time to invite the anchor of the meeting, the Toastmaster of the day. Today's Toastmaster of the day is someone who joined in January 2023. He has done BTech and he is currently working as business intelligence professional. He loves cycling and he loves dancing, as we have witnessed his talent in the 500th meeting, right? Let us welcome the very talented, the very charming, and the very cool Toastmaster.
Thank you, Toastmaster Rahul. I didn't write the dancing part. So I'm Toastmaster of the day for today, and I want to start with a quote. A lot of people know how to talk, but it doesn't mean they know how to communicate. Talking and communication are two different things. So I will try to dive a little bit deeper into it as I go along. But for the guest, if there is any guest? No. So I have to skip for 4 or 5 minutes. Everyone knows how the meeting
You can have a new member.
You can consider anyone guest.
You know how the meeting works? Okay. Thanks for So the meeting is divided into 3 sections. The first section comprises of the speeches. We are having 3 wonderful speakers today who are going to deliver the prepared speeches in the time that will be provided by the time today. So that is the first section. In the second section, we are going to have the table topic session, in which the table topic master will be conducting it, will be calling all the Toastmasters or the guests on the stage, and they can deliver the topic in an impromptu fashion. It is not prepared. The third section is the most important section according to me. It is evaluation section, in which entire meeting will be evaluated from end to end, and there will be a team of evaluators who will be doing that. So to begin meeting with a little bit of happiness and joy, I would like to call joke master of today, who is Toastmaster Lokinder. So give him a
Before I took up this role, I didn't know what is it about. So I was trying to understand what is the role of joke master. Apparently, laughter is the best medicine. But I have an advice for you. Do not laugh without a reason. Otherwise, you need a medicine. So I was just trying to understand how to write a joke. It's challenging. I thought I'll start with this. This always works for Rahul. Will work for me as well. That did it. So I was trying to research a little about my audience. We have a diverse audience. We have engineers, almost all of them. Thought I'll write something about engineers. They do not get a lot of respect at home unless you can fix all the appliances, which they can't. But anyway, we keep reaching out to them. Anytime we have any problem, we reach out to an engineer. They always have a solution, a universal solution. Why don't you restart this? Which probably works sometimes, but the latter engineers speak most of the time. I have a lot of jokes about unemployed folks, but they don't work. Then I was thinking, what do other Toastmasters do? Other joke masters do? They come up with a very catchy one punchline. I didn't want to go with one punchline because we have a lot of CAs. They do not like to clear anything first. So I have a bunch of jokes for you. For the parents in the house. Dad jokes. You know, there are a lot of diseases which are hereditary in nature, but there is one that you don't know. Diarrhea is hereditary.
It flows through your genes.
I was thinking, this year I'll improve. I'll improve my communication skills and other things. So I was told, embrace your mistakes. I don't know how to embrace this position of BPPR. There's a lot of work. Anyway, that's all from my side. Thank you.
Thank you, Toastmasters, and that's something particular about the engineer folks. That's how they crack jokes. Fine, so we are done with the joke of today, and we are having, as I already informed you all, we will be having an evaluation session, and we are having the general evaluator, Toastmaster Vishal, who will be leading the team of evaluators who will be either evaluating a particular speech or a table topic session. So please help me welcome Toastmaster Vishal.
I am playing the multiple roles in today's meeting apart from SA. I am also given the honor to be the general evaluator of this meeting. As a general evaluator, my role will be to evaluate all the aspects of the meeting, starting from the beginning and even before that, if we have done the enough preparation in the meeting and was the meeting started on time, plus how did the meeting flow towards till the end of the meeting. As we know, we have the evaluators assigned to evaluate each of the speakers who will do a good judgment in evaluating the speech. But my job will be to evaluate the evaluators if they are doing the if they are evaluating the speeches well and following all the protocols of the evaluation. Apart from the speech evaluators, I also have a team of evaluators who will be keeping a close eye on every aspect of the meeting. Whether it is timing, whether it is your grammar, or whether it is the buzzword, the R words and other such kind of words you use. So let me introduce you to my tech team. I would like to welcome PM Prithvi, who will be the timer for today. He is a biomedical engineer and he likes to sketch and go out for outings and so that is his hobbies. So please welcome PM Prithvi for the time.
Good morning everyone. So today I will be playing the role of timer. So for prepared speeches, we show a green card at 5 minutes, yellow card at 6 minutes and red card at 7 minutes. So these are the cards which will be showing. And that for table topic, green card will be shown for 1 minute and yellow card will be shown at 1.5 minute and red card will be shown at 2 minutes. So I'll be evaluating your session. So thank you.
Next, I would like to call upon our founder for today's meeting, who is PM Ankita. She is she's into biotech and a data analyst. She is very calm and she enjoys doing meditation and she also likes to watch movies. So please welcome me, Ankita.
Good morning, Toastmasters. As an counter role, I will be look after the such as words such as and when, but so you know, and sounds such as are, so, and repeated words like this mean, that mean, and in addition the unmeaningful pauses, and I will submit my report in the end of the meeting.
Thank you, PM Ankita, for setting up the agenda for our counter and letting everyone know. Next, I would like to call upon the last team member, my last team member, who will be the grammarian, who is PM Ritvish. He is a team lead in highway infra, and he likes to watch movies, he likes to travel, and he likes to read a lot of books. So I think, so he will. I am sure he will do the best judgment in terms of grammar for today's meeting. So I would like to call upon PM.
Good morning, fellow Toastmasters and friends.
Good morning.
All right, in the absence of the grammarian sheet, I will say my is basically to identify any incorrect uses of sentences and grammar. Like there was an example: 1 in 5 children wears glasses instead of 1 in 5 children wear glasses. And any other kind of grammatical errors or any incomplete sentence formation, like you start with a sentence and stop in between and then rephrase, sentence is not complete. Those kind of things I will try and identify and present a report at the end of the day. Today's word of the day is equivocal, which means without clear or definite meaning. So any word that, any way you say something which can be interpreted in multiple ways. So a common situation is politicians often give equivocal answers to reporters' questions. I thought of picking this word as it is more pertinent to current year, since this is election year and we are going to hear a lot of equivocal answers from our politicians. So try using this word, and please keep in mind while using it, make sure you are not equivocal while expressing yourself. So thank you and all the best.
Thank you, dear Prakash. And thank you for setting up the word of the day. And I would really urge everyone to use this word of the day equivocal, because this really improves the quality of the meetings and helps us improve the vocabulary. So please try to use it in your prepared speeches and your topics. So that's it for me at this point of time. I would come at the end to share my report along with my team when called upon by the PMOD in the end. So for now, I would like to call upon the PMOD and
Thank you, Toastmaster Vishal, for the wonderful introduction of the evaluators of today. So I started this session with a quote saying that if someone knows how to talk, it's not necessary that they know how to communicate. These are two different things. And let me start with an example. Have you ever been to a class where a faculty or a teacher is speaking for an hour or so and you have no idea what they are trying to say?
yes.
So me and my friend have been to many such sessions where we didn't had any idea like what they are trying to explain. We just look at each other's faces after the class saying we don't have any idea what he tried to explain in last 1 hour. So that is an example where teacher is trying to explain everything in a normal fashion, right? He is having some knowledge, some content that he is trying to communicate with the listeners, but they are not able to, there is no kind of communication going on. Only the talking is going on. He is just speaking. We don't want that. We want a productive communication between the listeners and the speaker. And so that is one case in which everything is normal. On the flip side of it, if the speaker is angry, if someone is very angry, it becomes even more difficult. So have you ever listened to people just yelling and shouting at each other angrily, and you are not able to understand what they are trying to say to each other? And even after the fight, if you ask them, did you understood what the other guy was saying? They'll probably say, I have no idea what he was trying to say. So there is a lot of talking, lot of speaking going on, but no communication happening. We don't want that. We want a productive communication. Even in the normal setting or in a setting where the individuals are angry, there should be a communication, not just shouting and yelling and speaking only. So taking the case one, if the teacher who is trying to explain something to the class, they are usually you can observe they are delivering the content in a haphazard manner. They might be taking 15 minutes to explain something that they could have explained in 1 or 2 minutes by just coming to the point that they would have just directly said, and instead of that, sometimes they get confused in the process themselves that what we are trying to explain. So this is something which should be avoided. And this is my observation, I didn't read it anywhere, because the teachers that are good at explanation, what I observed, they usually brings their own handwritten notes, their own kind of writing, and they just act as a medium to explain that to class. And it's very hard to take the attention of from such kind of lectures, because they just act as a medium. They don't try to form something on the spot and confuse the people. So the first thing that I believe is how we can deliver well is to first write what we are going to deliver, rewrite it, understand the essence of every single word. Then only you can deliver well. It is a hard work that we have to put in whenever we are trying to deliver something. And it is interesting because recently I was watching the talk of a very well-known personality, Jordan Peterson. So he's quite known online because the kind of speeches that he gives. And someone asked him this question that how come you are so articulate and so good in explaining every single thing without confusing your listener, without confusing your audience? He replied that I write a lot and I rewrite it again. So I just compress my own writing and I crystallize every single thought. So what happens is that at the end the result which I get, it's something that I don't take 15 minutes to explain it. I just explain it in 1 or 2 minutes, and that is something which actually works. So from now on, if you want to deliver something, any message to anyone, just do a lot of homework beforehand, because there is no shortcut, no trick. The homework, the hard work is required in this. For the second one, so the first case is done if you want to deliver something in the normal setting. For the second case, in which the parties are angry or the speaker is angry, there we have a trick. But just to give you a context how it works, I will try to give you an example. So just recently I was talking to someone on the phone, and my brother just came and sat on the couch, and he was dictating me of what I should be talking. He was just saying what you are saying. Don't say that. Why you are saying that? So I got very annoyed. And after disconnecting the call, I said that next time better you take all of my calls, since you have become so enlightened out of nowhere. So at this point, I was quite angry. And he got furious as well. He said, well, what's your problem? I was trying to explain you, doing you a favor. So we started yelling at each other, and after half an hour, means I didn't have any idea what he was trying to say and why I messed up with him in first place. And this happens a lot. So after this happened, it got me thinking how I could have dealt it in a better way. And I recalled a book I read long back. Its name is Crucial Conversation. And I just went back to that book and read that particular part. In that part, there is something called when-I framework. In the when-I framework, what you will usually see is that first the problem is defined and then its effect is defined. So I will give you an example. How I could have dealt it in a better way. I could have said, when you pass comments and I'm on a call, I get annoyed. So I just describe the problem and I describe its effect as well. When you do this happens. And I'll give you one another example. For example, if there's a business owner and the client is not paying on time, he can say, when you don't make payments on time, I fear you might default. So when I framework works really well, it is way better than saying, better make payment on time from next time onwards. It's a kind of ultimatum, it's a kind of, because there is no communication, then he will start yelling and there won't be any kind of communication. So just to resolve, just to do a good communication and not only talking and yelling, we can use these kind of tips. And that's why I named this theme as Art of Effective Communication. That's how we can become an effective communicator. So now I think it's a good time to start the video of today. The first speaker that we are having is Toastmaster Abhishek.
Somebody is on.
So Toastmaster Abhishek is a BTech and he works as a product manager, and his hobby is dancing and singing. I would so his evaluator is Toastmaster Bhanu. I would request Toastmaster Bhanu to please introduce Toastmaster Abhishek.
Good morning, everyone. Today, Toastmaster is delivering a speech which is objective is connecting with the storytelling. And
Love towards Ayurveda. Love towards Ayurveda and Ayurvedic.
yeah, okay, I'm telling the objective. Not the title. Okay. So the purpose of the project is for the member to practice using its story within a speech or giving it a speech that is a story. So either you can use a story in your speech or as you deliver a story as a speech. Timer, please note the time is 5 to 7 minutes. Okay.
Love towards Ayurveda.
Best of luck, Toastmaster.
So, how many people like Ayurveda or know about the Ayurveda and Ayurvedic medicine? How many of us? Can you tell me the reason why and why you like that Ayurveda and Ayurvedic medicine?
Because there is no side effect or little side effect.
So there is no side effect. Anyone?
Long term, it works for the long term.
Oh, long term. Yeah, that's also great.
Sometimes it tastes good.
Sometimes it's good. Good.
It cures something from the root.
From the
It
root,
cures
yes.
a disease from root.
That's also correct.
It's natural.
So, yeah.
It's natural, organic.
Organic, yeah, organic natural things I can say we are consuming from Ayurveda. That's all correct from my side, from your side. And like before any incident happened, I was like quite know about the Ayurveda because I always go to YouTube and many people has told me that yes, having the Ayurveda medicine is good for the health, but I never consume it because no such incident happened in my life. So last month on 18 December, when the entire corporate world planning for the coming, getting down into the winter mode and the cold mode because it's December. Yeah, last month, everyone wants to enjoy that mode. And why not? It's already 18. And the next couple of days, we have Christmas and New Year arriving. People in my office all are in the holiday mood. I, with my colleague of our team, the Matrix team, that is the name of our team, are very much in the enjoyable mode and we started planning for the vacation, where are you going, what we are doing. And this weekend, this year, you can look out the Christmas and New Year, you can find it more interesting because both are coming on Monday and Monday, which means you are getting 3 days off in the next 2 weekends. So people are super excited to enjoy this moment, and some are planning that they are going to celebrate Christmas or New Year somewhere on the top of the hills. I was also one of them, and I asked some of my friends, like, where are you going? Like, what is your plan? Which station, hill station are you going? While we are talking to each other, I observed my manager, Amit Kar, he started suffering from cold and cough. And with the time, his cold and cough getting worse. And by 4 p.m., it's almost like he went back to the home, like to take the rest and have the medicine. The next day he come, we found out his health was weakened. And he's going weekend and weekend, and again he has to take the medicine and went back home. By the day we found that Johan is also suffering from went viral fever. And with the time, in a couple of days, we found that all our team members are suffering from viral fever. And the plan to go the case start getting worse out. And all of them start consulting with the doctor and start taking the medicine. But I was very happy at that time that I have been suffering from viral fever. And I both are immune to this viral fever. After a couple of days, when all get recovered and come back to office. On Friday morning, Johan working and he's staring at me at a moment and said, Abhishek? I said, yes. I noticed something. Like what? When the COVID happened, many of us in our office had suffered from COVID, but you haven't suffered. I said, yes. I noticed today also, when everyone suffered from viral fever, you haven't suffered. I said, yes. You have a good immune system. I said, I know. My confidence went up to the sky. Then I said, and I look at the eyes to the Johan looking at me and said, you know why? Because you smoke 4 times a day. And you every day you keep taking the drinks. That's the reason you are suffering from very viral fever and so much lower things that are happening on now and then. You people are just suffering on and on. So that is my confidence level at that time. Talking to someone, I connect and just giving his head support. So at that moment, then by the night on Friday, after having this discussion in the morning, I went back home at 8 p.m. and I started feeling cold. By 9:30, I was almost complete down. And I am having 2 to 3 inner, we had 2 to 3 inner, and again 2 blankets, I still sleeping comfortable. At that time, I realized that it was Johan. Even I got on my health and immune system and weakened my immune system. Then on Saturday, I started taking medicine, consulted with the doctor, like what to take. But the fever going worse and worse, and my health became weaker and weaker. Then I realized that on Saturday, I talked to my mother and he gave some home remedy. So I started taking and I prepared that home remedy in my home after taking the menu. But it still is not working, neither the medicine prescription. So I decided that last 2 years back, when some kind of viral fever happened, I used my own remedy. That's my own remedy of getting out of fever is having tandoori chicken. So I have taken 6 tandoori chicken on that night, Sunday night. And by the midnight, I started getting sweating. And as the fever, when you have the sweat, you are getting it good. So by the Monday, I almost get out from the viral fever. But what? I get caught from the cold and cough. It is because from the last 2 days, I was very much weak. And that is the time cold and cough take that as an opportunity to overcome my immunity and get into my health system, into my body. So in the next couple of days, like 10 to 12 days, I was very much weak and very much worse suffer from cold and cough. And still, I tried my own personal remedy of having tandoori chicken, but this time I haven't done. So at my office, I was just going through my office and having a cold and cough the entire floor. So then the babak come to me. He looked at me and said, Abhishek, you are very much severe suffer from cold and cough. I give you the Ayurvedic medicine to have you. So he gave me that, have Millennium, the Ayurvedic plant, swing it like a chilgum for the next 2 days, and have a ginger milk. I assure you that you are going to recover fast. I suddenly went to the market and had that medicine, and in the next 2 days, I get recovers from this worse and severe cold and cough. From that day onwards, my love towards Ayurvedic grown up. And I really admire the real power of Ayurveda medicine. And I realized that in the modern world, we should not forget our culture and tradition and the root of and the importance of Ayurvedic medicine that come from our ancestors. That's all. Thank you.
Thank you, Toastmaster Abhishek. And what we can learn, don't eat 6 tandoori chicken and love Ayurveda. So 1 minute of time for the feedback. So next up is a very young, very energetic and vibrant Toastmaster Khushi. I would like to request her evaluator, Toastmaster Siddharth, to please introduce her.
Yeah, sure. Good morning all.
Good morning.
Toastmaster Khushi is delivering her first speech from level 2. Pathway is presentation mastery. And objective of the speech is to deliver a speech about various communication style and understand her own communication style. And the speech title is Who Cares? Wish you all the best, Toastmaster Khushi.
Who cares, Toastmaster Khushi?
Good morning, dear Toastmaster family. Can anyone tell me what are the factors that are responsible for anybody's communication style? What are the factors which can improve him or her or which can degrade him or her? Like genes, the environment you grow in, upbringing, yes. Anyone else?
Personal development,
Yeah.
friend
Friend circle.
Your value and belief.
Yeah.
The people around you.
Confidence.
Practice.
Daddy must have learned something. Toastmasters.
Yeah, Toastmasters.
NCTC.
Yeah. So today I'm going to discuss various communication styles, and I hope in the end you guys can have an idea what is your communication style. In fact, if you don't know. So the first type of communication style are passive communicators. Passive communicators are the people who have some low confidence in some terms and they take others' emotion upwards from their emotion. They value others more. And it is very difficult for them to say a word and that is no. What does it mean? Let's think of a situation. The most suitable example of a passive communicator is sitting between us only, and that is a boyfriend, or in fact a husband. Suppose your girlfriend is asking you, you are still following Kritika? Come on, stop it. A passive communicator can obviously not say no, I can't. Of course he can't say this. He will say, I shall do this. I am gonna do this. He values her emotions more than his. The next one is aggressive communicator. Of course, man, we live in Haryana. We know what an aggressive communicator is. Aggressive communicators are the people who might use demeaning languages or force their emotions towards others and might be sometimes disrespectful. Let's go back to our situation. You are still following Kritika. I am saying it for the second time now. अपने गुप्पा ने मत बता रहे. Don't tell me what to do. This is an aggressive communication. The third one is let's mix it, passive and aggressive. These type of people, they are like polite, but sometimes they get very high. They might use humorous ways to express their feelings. Let's go back. You are still following Kritika. I am telling you for the third time now. I might do it now, but I won't do it any other time. Aggressive plus passive. He is being aggressive, but he is being emotional also. Okay, I might not do it next time, but I can do it now. Okay. So the fourth type of communicators are analytical communicators. They focuses more on logic, facts, data, and mostly detail oriented. Confusing, right? Let's go back. You are still following Kritika. I am saying it for the fourth time now. Take it seriously. This is okay, I am following Kritika, but you tell me where were you last time? You texted me good night at 10 a.m. but you were still awake till 12 a.m. Your screen also showing that you were awake. And you woke up at 8 a.m. and you told me that you woke up at 10 a.m. Where were you last night? All based on data and of course logic. Your girlfriend would not like that. Next type of communicator, fifth number, is a collaborative or cooperative communicator. Okay, this is the updated version of boyfriend. Of course, boyfriends are not that collaborative or cooperative, but husbands are. You must have heard the quote, if a person is saying sorry when he is wrong, he is honest. If a person is saying sorry when he is not sure, he is a wise person. But if a person says sorry when he is right, he is called a husband. Let's go back to our situation. You are still following Kritika. I am saying it for the fifth time now. I will block her only on one condition, if you unfriend Rahul. They try to find out mutually beneficial solution. Sixth number is listening communicators. They like to listen, they do not interrupt others' speech, and they do not put much input, they only focuses on listening, which is a very crucial part of communication. I don't think we need any situation for this because they only concentrate on listening. Next and the last type of communicator is an expressive communicator. You must have met an expressive communicator in your life at least for once. If not, then feel free to meet me. This is the type of communication which I believe I do. Expressive communicators are the communicators who express their feelings very loudly and they connect to other person at an emotional level. They are good at storytelling and all these things. Now, how can you improve your communication styles? There are few points. Self-awareness. Know what are your strengths and weaknesses. And concern for feedback. As we say in Toastmasters, feedback is the breakfast of champions. Next is to expand your vocabulary. You can expand your vocabulary so that you feel confident. In the end, I would like to say, guys, improve or even change your communication style only if your heart says it. Don't do this in any comparison. Nobody cares. It is your decision whom you want to be. One of my friends said, ना तुम्हारे जैसा कोई और है और ना तुम्हें किसी और के जैसा बनने की जरूरत है. There is nobody like you, and you don't be like, and you do not need to be like somebody else. Thank you.
Thank you, Toastmaster, for the wonderful speech. 1 minute of break for the feedback. So now it's time to call the third speaker, Toastmaster Piyush. And I would like to request Toastmaster Gaurav to introduce Toastmaster Piyush.
Morning all. Today Toastmaster Piyush Jain is going to talk about fear exists only in our mind. That's the speech title for him. The pathway he is on is presentation mastery and he is going to deliver level 1 project 3. The objective of the speech is to practice using vocal variety or body language to enhance the speech, and his time is 5 to 7 minutes. So good luck, Toastmaster Piyush, on that.
So everyone, please help me welcome very wise, very intellectual Toastmaster Piyush. Fear exists in our mind, Toastmaster Piyush. Fear exists in our mind, Toastmaster Piyush.
Thank you, thank you. Good morning, my fellow Toastmasters and dear guest. Before I start, I would like to ask a very simple question. What is your definition of fear? Anyone?
Exams.
Exam. Okay.
When you can't express what you are thinking inside.
Okay.
When you are not prepared for the event
Speeches.
Okay.
When you are not prepared for speeches, then it will solve.
Something that.
But why do you say it's a fear? Look.
It's kind of feeling when you are about to deliver something, you have things in mind, but you are not able to deliver it. Then I can say it's kind of fear.
Okay.
A feeling that something would harm us or we are going to lose something.
Okay. So yeah, every one is correct. If you ask Google what is the definition of fear, Google will say an unpleasant feeling which is triggered by the perception of danger. It could be real or it could be imagined, right? So fear is not a tangible thing. Fear is not something which you can trim like you would trim your hair. Fear is not something which you can put in a dustbin, right? You put in a box and then throw it in the dustbin. Fear is a perception. Fear is a feeling which is triggered by the perception. And both of these things, fear and perception, only exist in our mind. Okay. So there is a famous quote by Dale Carnegie, who had once said, does anyone know Dale Carnegie?
Yeah, Dale.
Yes. Okay, so Dale Carnegie is a famous American writer. He said, fear exists only in our mind. It does not exist except in your mind, basically. Now, the second question comes. If fear only exists in mind, then, and we are human beings, right? We can control our own thoughts. We can control what is going in the mind. Then why do we fear?
You can't control. You're assuming that you can control, but you can't control.
Okay. Anyone?
Difficult to control.
Sorry?
It's difficult to control. You have to be careful.
Okay.
I read somewhere, in fact I experienced it, if we know about something, then the fear disappears.
Okay.
Knowledge, like work against the fear, that's what I have observed.
Okay. So, there is a study. We are born with only two kind of fears. One is fear of sound and second is fear of falling. Rest all other fears are product of our past and childhood. It could be the environment where we grew. It could be the negative experiences we had been gone through. It could be with the relationship we have with the others. It could be with the height, darkness, all other experiences we had in the past. It could be sometimes our parents also. Like in the childhood when we don't listen to them, they try to fear us so that we can listen to them, right? I would like to share a very personal story where I also had a similar kind of incident or experience when I was a 10-year-old. That was the first time when I went to the water park. I used to see so many advertisements about the water park, the one which is in Bombay, Asselberg. So I was also fascinated and I keep on telling my parents that I also want to go there. So I did not go there in the Bombay, but I went in Jaipur. And this was my first time. I was so excited that I get to try so many water slides. Now, when I was trying, water went into my nose and mouth. And that day I was so disturbed, I got so feared, and this incident had created so much fear in my mind. Then I started avoiding going into the water. I really don't like that I would go to any water park. Whenever I think, I started fearing. So my friends, my cousins keep on insisting me that why do you fear a lot from this? But they are not aware about the feelings I had been going through. Years have passed, but this fear did not go away. Now then a time has come when I was in second year of my job. I was in 2000, this is about 2017. This time, with a lot of courage, I joined swimming classes. Because I wanted to get rid of this. And this was after 17 years. And you would all be surprised that this fear actually went away. That day I was so happy, I was so confident that I have literally won the world. For some other person or for my friends, when I told them that I did this, I learned the swimming, I get rid of this fear. They were like, okay, it's not a big thing. But it was a very big feat for me. Now, when I was introspecting about my fear from the water, I come to this conclusion that why I was so fearing, what was the reason? Then I came to this conclusion that I created this fear in my mind 100 times bigger than it was actually. It kept bigger and bigger until we tried it. Once we tried it, it becomes so small that it does not matter. And we think a lot in our mind, but in reality, fear does not exist. It is a perception. If we perceive something to be scary, we will feel scared. If we perceive something to be safe, we will feel safe. And the important thing, we have to be trained accordingly. We have to train our mind accordingly. So, there is a famous quote by Will Smith, who said, fear is not real. Fear only exists in our thoughts of the future. Fear is a product of imagination, which causes us to fear from things that do not exist at present, may never exist in future. So, all my friends, if next time you fear and my speech might guide you how to remove this, please remember this, guys. Thank you.
Toastmaster Piyush for the wonderful speech. 1 minute of silence for the feedback. So the speech section is over. The first section of our meeting is over. With that, we can start the second section, which is the topic section. And today we have with us Toastmaster Kritika, who will be conducting this section. So I would like to welcome vibrant and energetic Toastmaster Kritika. Please give her a round of applause.
Good morning, fellow Toastmasters and dear guests.
Good morning.
Table topics, as we all know, is the best part of Toastmasters, which brings butterflies in our stomach. For the benefit of guests, what a table topic is, instead of a speech. In case in table topics, you have to speak impromptu. You will come on the stage, and at that moment of time, you will get a topic, be it a question, a proverb, or anything in the world. It can be anything. And you can take 30 seconds maybe to think and articulate your thoughts, and then you have to speak for 2 minutes. Obviously the minimum time is 1 minute and you can speak at max till 2 minutes 30 seconds, but 2 minutes is the average time which you have to speak. And you are obviously encouraged to speak up to 2 minutes 30 seconds. As we all know that there are a lot of approaches to ace table topics. If you have not attended, maybe you can attend 526th meeting where we had a session on table topics. One of those approach, which is the most common one, would be the Oreo approach, which stands for as in O for opinion. When you are given a topic on the stage, first give your opinion on that topic. Give a reason for that opinion and justify that reason with an example. So O for opinion, reason, and then an example, and then back to the opinion and conclusion. So that stands for the Oreo approach. There are a lot of approaches. You may say a story, you can relate to your personal experiences, you can give pros and cons for that topic, or if there is a question or something. So among all these approaches, you can use any one of them. With this, we have started a new tradition of having some conversational topics as well. So the last 2 topics, we'll be having 2 persons on the stage and for a conversation. But before that, we will have 3-4 topics as a table topic generally. So first, I would request some member to. I have the power to call anyone.
Toastmasters are baby.
So I think we were going to have a speech today. No. Toastmaster Kaveri, your topic is what has life taught you recently?
Oh wow.
What has life taught you recently? Toastmaster Kaveri, what has life taught you recently?
Okay, thank you so much for having me give me such a good topic. So what life has taught me recently, it's like I'm an entrepreneur and I offer a lot of good healthy treats. I was working offline. I have started in 2021 my business and working offline. And at 22, I just I want to expand my business, so I took a chance and did go offline and did my pop-up at DLF Emporio first time, and it was actually a big thing for me because on the spot I was actually expecting, even not expecting, I was accepting a lot of good reviews offline as well. But on the, offline, talk to people, tell about your products, it's a big deal for me as I was very introvert kind of person. But when I actually talk people in front of them, it was amazing. And a lady came to me that time and she said that what you are doing is quite amazing at the so young age. I said, okay, thank you. Then she said, she actually said just for 10 minutes and she was looking at me and she again said, what's your name? I said, Kaveri Sharma. That's why I took my initials, KS Super Treats. So then she said, okay. Then she said, okay, I like the way you are carrying yourself. I said, okay, thank you. Then I feel that she wanted to talk to me. I don't know why. But she talked to me about 20 minutes that time. She was telling me, sharing their stories with me. And then I knew about her that she was quite a lonely person. She came from Australia that time in the morning, and in the evening I met her. That time I realized that I have lots of things to be grateful for that. And when I was talking to her, then I get to know she actually facing lots of depression and anxiety in her life. And so I realized that I have lots of things. So I can be grateful for that. And that time she taught me. And I also learned the lesson that I have lots of things to be grateful for. Because we are in our regular life, we take for lots of things for granted. So that's all.
Wonderfully spoken, Mr. Kaveri. We can have any guests as well. Guests are also encouraged to join for table topics. Let's have one guest and then another member. Any guest? Do come. It's okay.
Stan. Sorry, what's your name?
Hasnan.
Hasnan. Hi, good
Morning.
Hasnan, your topic is, you can change also, but only one time you can change. Yeah. Two wrong things don't make a right. Two wrong don't make a right. Okay, that's a good topic. When was the last time you tried something new?
So, I'll continue with last year I went to Gangtok. So, I was very careful about the heights. So, I was, from my childhood days, I was scared of heights. After 2 or 3 floors, I feel very scared to look down in any building or lakes or anything. So, I went to Gangtok, I was very scared. My friends said, let's go. We were 3 friends, college friends. We said, let's go to Gangtok and see it's full of scenic beauty. So I was scared initially that it's fountains, ridges, and very steep paths there. So I was scared, but I went with all my friends there, and then slowly and gradually I saw it's not a big deal to. Slowly and gradually my fear went it degraded quite a lot after that trip. So I think it was one of my best decisions to go to Gangtok and explore my fear of my comfort zone and look at the life in a different perspective. So thank you everyone.
Yes. So Toastmaster Gaurav, your topic is a little funny but it signifies something big. What if you were a rat in a shoe? What if you were a rat in a shoe? Toastmaster Gaurav. Toastmaster Gaurav, what if you were a rat in a shoe?
Rat in a shoe.
Consider this scenario which we are doing it daily. I think apart from Kaveri, who is an entrepreneur, most of the other people who are sitting here, except you, Kushi, you are a student. We are a rat in a shoe. So somebody is working in PwC, that's a different shoe altogether. While somebody is working in JLL, it's a different shoe altogether. So we have our own daily routine. So for people like who are working in MX, it's a different and it's a very shiny shoe. For people who are working in a local companies, that's a very torn and rugged shoe. So we all, it's not that this topic is given to me right now and I'm a rat in that shoe, but we all are rat in different companies. We are running that race in different way altogether. So I believe that we have to see with that angle that how can you run better living in that shoe, because there is no shoe better than the other one. The shoe in which you are living right now, that's the best one and that's the only one which you deserve at this moment. So live your life to the fullest in that particular shoe. That's the message I can give. Thank you everyone.
Yeah. Yes, Anurag. We'll be having you next. Because your way is good. Toastmaster Anurag, a second chance. A second chance, Toastmaster Anurag.
Give him second chance.
So hello everyone. He gave a good line for me to start. So there are multiple things where we think, why don't a second chance? Why don't he or she deserve a second chance? Like he suggested for me today, give him a second chance. And I personally realized, yeah. But then I thought, let's continue with this one only. And there are multiple scenarios where people are very, there are scenarios where there is misunderstanding, where you want to convey something, there is a message that you want to convey, and the other person misunderstands it, and there is no communication between both of you, and you are thinking like this is not what I tried to say, and he or she understand it in a different way, and why don't she or he give me a second chance? So this is one scenario, and there are multiple scenarios where we realize a second chance is like a trophy or a winning thing for you. And so it's not just about a chance. This second chance is opportunity and present for someone. So this is from my end, and I would like to give all of you a second chance to hear me again.
Toastmaster Anurag. but just can we have one guest before we call another member? Ashish, topic is too much empathy a bad thing? Is too much empathy a bad thing to Sir Ashish? Ashish, is too much empathy a bad thing?
Actually, I have one regarding my job. Actually, I'm focusing on my work, but I found some people is not confident with the job, so I'm trying to support it. So at that time, I'm disturbed on my work. So that condition always hold on my career. So I'm trying to improve. I first focus on my work, and then after have to anyway. Can you change the topics? I can start with second chance. Second chance. I have one story for second chance.
Go for it.
Yeah. Okay. Second chance. Actually, during the COVID, I have joined one MNC. I am working. I'm very excited to join MNC and this very Canadian company. I'm working very enthusiastic and try to prove yourself. And during the work home, I'm trying to work on 14 hours, 15 hours, 16 hours. So that's creating one image. So problem is that one of the guys is joining and achieved the chance to going to Canada. I'm very upset because I'm trying to get this chance. I'm working because that guy was junior for my experience, because I also teach how to got this. I'm teaching. I'm providing a lot of efforts to growing that guys. Problem is that, but I'm not falling down in that. I'm not. I think I maintain my hope. I will get, definitely I will get second chance. So I'm continuing on my hard work, and after the 1 year I will get chance with good opportunity and good promotion. So my thought is that never give your hope, trying your best. If first chance you will not get to that, after your hard work, definitely you will get a second chance.
Yeah, okay, he has raised hand for 3 to 4 times. Toastmasters, look at this. Do you think crying is a sign of strength or weakness? Do you think crying is a sign of strength or weakness? Toastmasters, look at this.
Well, I think it's not a strength, it's not a weakness either. It's this natural thing. When you are feeling bad, good, there are so many other emotions. You'll feel different sensations. Crying is just one of those. If you are stopping it, then you are stopping a natural process. So just natural process, let it happen. There'll be times when you'll be told you should not cry. Then there will be times when you will be encouraged that you should cry, this is fine. It's the strength, it's the sign of strength. But then who to rely? So I'll just say that if you feel like doing it, then you should do it. Not because it's a good thing to do, but it's a natural thing to do. And there's so many other things that are natural and they should be coming naturally to you. Then let them happen. You might recall that image from ISRO, Mr. Kesavan, who is crying that day against Mr. Modi, and what transpired after that is a history, you know very well. A lot of them, a lot of citizens encourage that thing that you should not stop or you should not stop your emotions, and they encourage that this is how the leadership should be. But at times, people in your team look forward to you, look up to you, and they might see this as a weakness. So I would not necessarily say that this is going to create a positive impact only, but the only thing is that he was being natural, and then because he was a good leader, he executed the next project well, and India did well. So I believe this is just a natural phenomenon. Let it be. Thank you.
Now I think let's have the two conversational topics. Yeah, you can join in the conversation. So, any two people?
Siddharth and Vishal.
Your topic is the development of artificial intelligence will help humanity. You can say for, against, you can just talk about it, anything. The development of artificial intelligence will help humanity. Timer, please know the timings for this.
2 minutes.
Let's keep it 3 minutes since they are doing.
I think development of artificial intelligence is killing humanity. Rather than developing humanity, we are seeing that unemployment rate is at the highest and people are not having jobs. So artificial intelligence is really killing humanity, killing the mental satisfaction, the happiness index of the country, because and we have seen artificial intelligence is going to play a role in nearly every field, whether it's in sales, whether it's in customer support, whether it's in coding and everything. So I don't know if artificial intelligence comes in, who will do the job and how can we earn the money? I'm not sure, so I believe the otherwise.
I don't think so. The artificial intelligence is killing any job. When computer was coming, when people were crying that it will cut the jobs, but see today's world, everything is dependent on computers. The same way, artificial intelligence, it's just making your work easier, faster. It's just not killing any job.
But I think the fact says otherwise, because there are, so I was seeing a job where there were 10, 11,000 applicants. For one job, there is so much of supply, there is so much of there are so much people in the market, they are not getting jobs because a lot of people.
It's not just getting jobs, just update yourself. Just to go ahead with artificial intelligence, definitely you will get a lot of chances. Many more things.
But see, one of it was the job angle, and other was the service angle, because every technology has its boon and pain, and as we have seen with the computer coming in, we have seen a lot of cyber crime, a field called cyber security. So using AI by terrorism for terrorism can be very harmful to the world as well. So that's one other side of the AI.
I haven't seen anything just like which is booming and using terrorism. It's just way to develop yourself more. I think if anything, we cannot blame anything on technology. We cannot stop the technology. Day by day it will increase. We have to just in positive way how we can use it properly.
Yeah, I definitely agree to it. People need to use it in people can use it to their advantage or disadvantage, however they want to use it. It will simplify their lives. But if there are people who want to use it in a negative way, they are free to do it.
See, if say just a knife, you can chop the vegetables. It is for chop the vegetables. But that's the problem. You cannot use anything. You cannot chop by hand. So you create.
But imagine a world where there are no knives. Then I think there will be a lot less murders.
There was some problem today. So we just, that's why I'm telling that technology just making us more, developed.
In both ways.
Yes.
Toastmaster Vishal. Now 2 more people. Raise your hands.
Newest member.
Yeah, anyone guest member, anyone. Let's have just one more. Quickly. Anu sir. It's a part of a code, but you can speak anything on this. If we only wanted to be happy, it would be easy. But we want to be happier than other people. If we only wanted to be happy, it would be easy. But we want to be happier than other people. Mr. Rahul, so,
Yeah, good afternoon, everyone. And so we all know that we don't see other people. We live in ourselves. We are always happy. We do, if it's started with the childhood only. You have your childhood friends. You have some toy. Maybe you might have got some gift of a small car, and your friend comes with a remote operated car. Then you would be earlier you were very happy. I have a car. I can play with this car. But like when you see a remote control car, you become unhappy. You go and start crying in front of your parents. That boy has a remote control car, and I don't have it. I want the remote control car. I'm not happy, and you throw it away. So that's the gist of this. That until we are ourselves, like we got whatever we have, we are happy. And when we see others, compare with others, we start becoming unhappy.
I had a remote control car, but my friend had a remote control helicopter. So I wanted that. So I threw the car away.
Yeah.
I said I wanted the helicopter.
Yeah. Another situation, so when we are talking about when you are in the class and you got maybe 60 marks out of 100, and you think you did very well. But the friend sitting next to you, you think that he doesn't study at all and he got even 1 number extra than you. Then you become unhappy. So happiness is a relative situation. You compare with others and become happy. When you see posts by your friends, your relatives who are roaming all over the world, they are putting on their Facebook, they are filling their Insta, immediately you become unhappy that, oh, these people are enjoying. But you forget, some days back you were also doing the same thing and you were trying to make other people unhappy. Correct?
Same thing about the marks that happened to me in my pre-boards.
Yeah.
So my friend scored 17 out of 100 and I scored 21 out of 100. Both of us failed. But I was very happy that I scored better than him. Then pre-board 2 happened. I scored 18 out of 100. He scored 21 out of 100. Both of us again failed, but he was very happy. He improved.
Another example, I will give the recent example about happiness and unhappiness. The recent World Cup. When Pakistan got out of the World Cup, okay, we were very happy. Yeah. And in the final, when India lost, this time Pakistan was very happy. They were happy because India didn't win. Even though the Australia won or something. So same thing happens. If we are not happy, we don't want to see our friends or somebody very close, they don't want to become happy. So this is another mentality. Okay. So just to conclude, maybe you want to conclude this conversation.
So you can be happy, but you should not mind others being happy too. Let them enjoy also.
Okay. The original, the basic mantra of life is look for happiness within yourself. Don't look at other people. If you are in a better situation, you have a good family, you have comparatively good living, and you are don't compare yourself with others because everybody is different. As Toastmaster Kushi earlier told that don't try to be others. You are the only one, and nobody can like you. Same thing goes with the happiness also. You have to find your happiness within yourself. Okay, don't compare with others and get happiness or sadness from others. Thank you.
So, yes, very rightly pointed out, look for happiness within yourself instead of comparing with others. With this, we end the table topic session, and I'd like to hand over to our general evaluator, Toastmaster. Sure.
Thank you, Toastmasters Kritika, for conducting such a wonderful table topics master. None of your topics were equivocal, they were all very clear and concise, and which is one of the good quality of a great table topics master, to have a great topics on which everyone can speak very clearly. So, and as every one of you know, this is the most important section, which is evaluation. So I think let's start with it. Let's start. I think overall from my side, I think meeting went very well.
I think you have to cover it later. First evaluation. Okay.
So I will call upon my team to present their report, and then after that I will present my report on the evaluation of the complete meeting along with my team members. So I will first want to call upon the timer, speech evaluator, sorry, DM Bhanu for evaluating first speech for DM Abhishek.
What is the great thing about Ayurveda? So I will say, great thing about Ayurveda is that its treatments yield great side benefits, not side effects. So, in addition to getting cured of his viral fever and cough, Toastmaster Abhishek got a great side benefit of making a story out of it. So that's the one side benefit I could see of the Ayurveda. Now coming back to the storytelling. So what do you think the key elements for a great story? I would say a great story is made of character. So you need to have more than one character. There is an interaction between them. You need to have a good plot, how the story flows. You need to have a setting, and finally, you need to show some conflict. So everything cannot go on a happy path. There should be conflict, and how the hero of the story overcomes it. So I could find all the elements of that story in Toastmaster Abhishek's story. Character, so he was the main character, and there was one more character, Johan. their conversation about the whole office getting infected with the viral fever. Plot, that okay, this was holiday time, everybody is planning for a holiday, but they could not go. Setting, again the same thing, setting was there. And conflict. So earlier Toastmaster Abhishek has his own home remedy of 6 tandoori chicken, but this time it didn't work. Now he has to think about something else, and somebody comes. So that's a kind of a guru or some advisor or some guide who shows the way that okay, Ayurveda is the right way, you should follow Ayurveda. So overall, it was a good story, and he delivered it accurately. So he had good hand gesture. He was showing high and other hand gesture. He had humor. So humor is a good thing. He had a funny conversation with Mr. Chauhan. So that was good thing. Those must be Abhishek. Now I would like to give few recommendations. So when you are delivering speech, most of the time your attention was focused on this side of what you do. So I would recommend that please look around the room, and because everybody is there. Another thing is try to take more poses and create some kind of suspense. Okay, so you go on the same flow. So try to incorporate more poses and say, oh, then what happened? You know what happened. We are all planning for holidays, and suddenly one guy started coughing. Next day, another one started coughing. So maybe you can like that. And in the conversation with Chauhan, maybe you can see back to position. On one side Johan, on one side you. Okay. Overall, it was a great story. I like the story, and you could have been more elaborate at the end to bring more benefits of Ayurveda. So that would have made the story more impactful. However, with this improvisation, you can be a good storyteller, and I like the story. It has all the elements of a great story. Thank you.
Thank you, DM Bhanu, for the wonderful evaluation. Let me call upon the second evaluator for today, DM Siddharth, who will be evaluating DM Kushi. Welcome, DM Siddharth.
Who cares? Just be what you are. Just work on yourself to improve you. What a beautiful message by this speech. And an electrifying and amazing speech by speaker Toastmaster Khushi. When the dialogue and act meet together, it makes performance, amazing performance. And we could see the amazing performance in her speech, in Khushi's speech. Let's see good and improvement area of the speech. So good. Let's see from, let's start with content. So she covered all types of communication styles, and she also mentioned her primary communication style. What was that? Expressive. Just listen to other people, other opinions, and give your opinion. Very good. And eye contact was good, body language was good, and best part when she shows the no, that poster. That was amazing. Voice modulation. 5 times she used that line, common line. What was line? You are still talking to Kritika.
Still following Kritika.
Still following Kritika. But 5 times she used different voice modulations. That was amazing. And her way to ask, confusing. That was another plus point. And every time she was just smiling. It was cherry on the cake. Let's see, those speech was amazing, but let's see improvement area. So I could see that you continuously you're speaking using this area only. You could have used a different area. Even the question was there confusing. You could ask from here. And the improvement area, hand gesture. Your hand gesture was good, but I saw that couple of times where your hand gesture were like this, and try to avoid, especially at end of. So when you are just reviewing your on YouTube your video, you can see it. Apart from this, everything was perfect. And about summary, so stage movement was good, performance was amazing, voice modulation was good. Just add these 2 recommendations. Just use little more stage area and hand gesture. Just so with this, your speech will be better. This, over to you, General Diwali.
Thank you, DM Siddharth, for such a motivating evaluation. It really helps to motivate all the speakers. Now I would like to call upon our third and the last evaluator for today, DM Gaurav, who will be evaluating DM Piyush.
The cave you fear to enter may hold the light you need to seek. It's a famous quote by poet Rumi. And that's what we learned from today's speech of Toastmaster Piyush. He talked about unpleasant feeling when he introduced this topic of fear exists only in our mind. He talked about Dale Carnegie's quote from where he took this topic. He also talked about that fear becomes manifold, not actual, but that in our minds. We have to train our mind. Fear is in our imagination, not actual. So I think around the topic he covered everything fabulously, and 3 things which really stood out for me were the kind of engaging question he asked. So he came here, started with the topic, and the first question he asked was, what is the definition of fear? So he started engaging people at the very beginning. And in the middle, again, he came up with a question and asked, if the fear, so he set the stage that fear is in our mind, and then he asked this question, if the fear is only in our mind, then why don't we are able to manage it? So I think all of us got engaged with these questions, so that's one. Second thing was captivating storyboarding skill. He did not just jump into the story that I went to Jaipur water park. So because I think for most of us, the area the place which is very close to our heart is SL World. So he started with, this SL World. Similar to that, there is a water park in Jaipur. My dream was to go to SL World, but I did not happen to go to SL World. I went to Jaipur water park. He storyboarded it very well. That's the second point which I really liked. And the third part was fantastic call to action. That next time, whenever you are feeling the fear, reflect to my story, my speech which I have given today, and you can come and you can relate it better. You can manage the fear better. So these three things I really liked about his speech. The objective of the speech was to practice using vocal variety or body language to enhance a speech, and that's where I believe that he was equivocal. He did not approach it very well, what he could have done. So, two suggestions on both sides, one on vocal variety and another one on body language. So, in vocal variety, I think when Toastmaster Piyush was explaining about the SL word, he could have changed his vocal variety with voice word. Guys, this SL word we all dreamt of when we were in school days. So if he could have made it more enthusiastic, more engaging in that manner, I believe it could have improved his speech and could have added to the objective. And second one again, when he started that in the year 2000, I went to this water park. The water went into my nose. But after 17 years, so by doing this, he could have covered the stage. The body language would have enhanced, and he could have said that, okay, that was the time I went and conquered my fear by swimming. So I think in the end, if Toastmaster Piyush can improve his approach on working on the objective of the speech with his engaging question, captivating storyboarding skills, and the fantastic call to action which he brought in the end, I think we are going to witness amazing speeches from Toastmaster Piyush next time. Thank you.
Thank you, dear Gaurav, for covering the evaluation so well with well commendations and recommendations. Now let's see how well we have performed on the timing and the non-functional aspects of the speech. Okay, now is the time for table topics evaluation. For table topics evaluation, let me call upon Tanmoy, PM Tanmoy.
Good afternoon. Today we had a wonderful session. Kritika did a nice justice. We got 8 interesting topics and 10 speakers, and I got only 5 minutes. So I tried to basically wrap up and give a very succinct feedback. Okay. First of all, congratulations to all 10 participants. It's winter time. I was feeling very cozy, and you took courage to came here and show your color. So thank you, kudos to that. And again, I like the last statement, don't compare with each other. All of us, we are running our individual race. So the feedback, it's linked to your race. Some of you are very new. So you came and show first time, spoke about a topic completely new. So kudos to you, even you stood here and spoke for only a few seconds or 1 minute. So the first one is Kaveri. I can see excitement in the audience. They wanted you to succeed. You came here. Wonderful topic, life taught a lesson. You started with a personal story. That's very good. You thought impromptu and you came up with your personal story. You get definitely a personal touch to that. Creativity you need to improve so that you can make some twist. Closing was very good. You started with, you ended with how you can be more grateful. That's quite nice. Good hand movement. I can see good hand movement. But your position was fixed. You were standing here, I believe, all the time. You are very calm. That is very good sign, right? I can clearly see good improvement compared to your earlier appearances. Guest, moving to guest Hasna. Two wrong thing can make a good thing. Very nice topic. The first thing came to mind, debate between two politicians, right? Pointing each other. So you could bring more nice story. You started with a story, that's a good courage, at least you speak, but it was equivocal. I think your story was not completely matching with the topic. So you can think, you can repeat the topic, you can ask questions, that's where you can start. I took 5 minutes, by the way. Yeah, not 3 minutes. Yeah. So, and you were smiling, that's a good thing, but your position was fixed. TM Gaurav, a veteran Toastmaster, that showed up. You were very confident. It was a very tough topic. Rat in the shoe, different things. You started with different company, different examples. In terms of content, I think it could have been better. You can add a little bit more story. But creativity-wise, it's great. I can see the way you try to talking about different companies, the rat, the role we are playing. That's very good. Your stage movement was awesome. You were moving from here to there. So you mastered that. TM Anurag, a second chance. The first thing came to mind, Saurabh Ganguly. Right? Second chance. But you started with miscommunication, personal relation, and how you basically need a second, all the person need a second chance, right? People can fail, do mistake. Very nice. You had a funny closing. You asked audience, can you give me a second chance? I really like it. Very clear communication. You are always smiling. Very nice. Guest Ashish, too much empathy. I know it was basically a topic completely uncomfortable, and it was showing there. Your hand was in the back. You were in the fixed position, but you started with very thoughtful opening, right? By supporting other, how you can give empathy. But you asked for second topic, which is second chance. And the moment I think you thought about that thing when the earlier speaker was speaking. You transition suddenly, right? I could see suddenly hand movement, you moved, your confidence actually boosted. So that means basically your guest first time speaking, if you get another chance, second chance, you could do much better. So kudos to that and all the best. TM Loken, crying, strength weakness, I think awesome job you did. I was thinking about you'll take one side, but you take very natural line. You said that it's a natural process. You get nice twist. Your originality came out. The best part, you also at the end added is the story. It's a very nice touch, and you remember that and added that in that moment. It showed that you are doing. You are basically mastering this particular art very well. Your smile was there. You had a good stage movement as well. The last two topics are conversational. Siddharth and Vishal, AI will help. Vishal started, but Vishal was looking at Siddharth. You could actually look at the audience and talk about basically this thing. But what I basically found them, they took the debate approach. One is taking devil's advocate, another is actually pros and cons, right? You could mix and match, basically take a balanced approach that could actually would be better. I found humor, good humor. Conclusion could have been better, right? So that's one thing. Last one is Vanu and Nitin, and easy if we continue with ourselves, but we always compare with each other. Nice topic. Vanu, you started, and Nitin actually added nice punch in between. So I like their combo. And both of you are looking at the audience. Actually, one you are looking at the audience, Nitin you are looking at the one. So Nitin, you can look at the audience. That's the way you can do the thing better. You took a balanced approach, but you are talking about only facts, right? Happier, we always compare and all the things. I was looking for good conclusion, and at the end I actually got it. Yeah, conclusion was very nice. Last 10 seconds, 30 seconds you took to conclude. You said that don't compare, right? You share the basic mantra. I was looking for that. So it's a nice conclusion, and overall I really liked. So at the end, it was a nice, basically table topic. I really enjoyed. You all learned. Thank you, Kritika, for this.
Thank you, PM Tanmoy. Time for evaluating and get the report on the non-functional aspects, which is timer, your grammar, your R counter. So I want to call upon the first member of my team, PM Prithvi, for his report.
Content good, wonderful speeches and table topics. So most of them have almost stick to the mark, but let me go through the, let me tell you the speech timings. Abhishek 7 minutes 45 seconds, Kushi 7 minutes 3 seconds, Piyush 6 minutes 55 seconds. These are with the prepared speeches. Now with table topic, TM Kaveri 3 minutes 3 seconds. Guest Harshil is 1 minute 2 seconds. Gaurav 2 minutes. Anurag 2 minutes 3 seconds. Guest Ashish 2 minutes 40 seconds. TM Lokender is 2 minutes 10 seconds. And group table topics of TM Vishal and Siddharth is 3 minutes 20 seconds. And the TM Barman, I think TM Gautam is your name?
Nitin.
Acha. It came up to 4 minutes. So then evaluation session of prepared speeches was TM Banu was 2 minutes 59 seconds. Then Siddharth was 2 minutes 56 seconds. And Toastmaster Gaurav was 3 minutes 28 seconds. So that's all with the prepared speeches, and we have one disqualified from the prepared speeches due to overtime. Thank you.
Thank you, TM Prithvi. I didn't suspect TM Prithvi will also disqualify someone, but he has disqualified. Okay. Time for the next member of my team, our founder, who is TM Ankita.
Hello everyone, here is my report. Actually, yesterday Rahul told me that evaluation is an important part, but due to my anxiety, I never deliver properly. So, TM Ankit is 9 times and so 2 times. And TM Lokendra, I tried hard, but there were no so and no TM Vishal, multiple times and so 3 times. TM Prathvis, 2 times, so 2 times, and repeatedly. TM Abhishek, so 2 times, and but 5 times. TM Kushi, 2 times, and TM Piyush, there were no and no so, and TM Surat, 2 times, so 4 times. TM Kaveri, 1 time, so 4 times, and 3 times, and I mean 2 times repeatedly, and Hasim 2 times, and so 4 times. TM Gaurav 5 times, so 2 times. TM Anurag 5 times, so 2 times. Ashish 3 times, and so 2 times. TM Siddharth 1 time, just and repeatedly 3 times. TM Nitin 2 times, 4 times, and repeatedly. And TM Tanmoy 18 times, and so 2 times, and and you repeatedly 2 times. Thank you.
Time to call upon the last member of my team, our grammarian, TM Prithvish.
To start with the word of the day, three people have used it so far, starting with General Evaluator Vishal, then It was Tanmoy, and God of during evaluation has used it. Of course, there was one more person using the word of the day. Since I put it on the table, it was listed. Okay. So coming to the grammarian report, TMOD Ankit, he used some good sentences like crystallize every single thought. That was a very good use of word. Vibrant, energetic, these are good usage of words. One area I observed, there were he wanted to finish a sentence. They are not able to, and then suddenly he stopped and changed back. There have been a few cases where he has used ands and which can be eliminated and just use two different sentences that will have a more clear meaning. For general evaluator, I did not observe any such thing, at least I was not able to capture. Coming to the speakers, starting with TM Abhishek, there is some good use like own remedy, chewing it like a chewing gum. So these are good usage of phrases in English. But at the same time, there are certain areas like back to home, not back to the home. It was going back to home. Recovered from fever and came back. And you said come back. So there was a conflict of tenses in a sentence. Enter corporate world getting holiday mode. Instead of that, enter corporate world was getting into a holiday mode. Alright. So these are some of the areas. Then moving on to the next speaker, TM Kushi. There were some good words like connect to other at emotional level. That is a good way, a good usage of word. Expand your vocabulary. That is a good thing. Instead of saying increase your vocabulary, expand, it's a better terminology. Then active, passive, analytical, expressive, all these different kinds of speakers, that words which you have used, those are very educative. One thing I observed, take one's emotion upwards. It could be you are saying that someone is giving more preference to their emotion. You could have used the word preference or puts it at a higher level, something like that. Then next speaker, Piyush, some good words like triggered by perception, fear is perception, perceive, but at the same time there were sentences like I got so feared. Instead of that, I got so scared. You can use that. I got rid of this fear. Instead of you used I get rid of this fear, there was a conflict of tense over there. And sometimes while speaking, you have used some Hindi words like to, matlab, in between when you're giving a speech. But what I would suggest, stick to English when giving a speech, and using a different language, it should be purposeful, trying to give a message, sending out. Then moving onwards, the tabletop is overall, I see, there has been some good usage of words like transpired, citizens, encouraged by TM Lokendra. Then there are some areas of improvement. For example, guest Ashish, instead of saying try to improve, you could have said trying to improve. Then other person misunderstands it. Instead of that, it was said other person misunderstand it. I think Anurag had used that one. Other than that, most of the things were good. Some very good usage, to the fullest. And in the conversation, TM Vishal and Siddharth, there were some good words used like happiness index, update yourself, example of knife which was given, which was very apt and humorous at the same time. Now, coming to the evaluators, Team Bhanu had used some good words like side benefit, key elements, conflict, etc. This kind of words. Evaluator Siddharth used a good sentence, cherry on the cake. That was very positive. Then coming to evaluator Gaurav, this sentence I'm not able to capture it entirely correctly, but it was very touching. The cave you fear to enter may keep you from getting the light you seek. So that's starting with an evaluation with that kind of a sentence is very appreciable, and it also gives people the sentence to use in their speeches. It's not just about the grammar part, but also learning new phrases. Train the mind, captivating storyboarding, and of course he had used the word of the day. Then coming to table topics evaluator T.M. Tanmay, he had used some words like succinct, kudos, and of course he used the word of the day, then devil's advocate. One thing I'd like to point out is he mentioned to courage to come, not came. There was again conflict of tense over there. So, and I think that is all. That's all the report that I have for the
So, that was it from the team of my evaluators, and they have really done a wonderful job to help everyone improve one step at a time. And now we are towards the end of our meeting, and kudos to all of us for taking this step again today, which helps us in our self-improvement journey and towards becoming a successful communicator and leader. So I think this is the time for my report. I will start with overall meeting performance. I feel it went well. On timeliness also we have done a great job today. I've seen a lot of very few instances where we have reached time. The meeting has really educated a lot of us. We have learned about when-I framework, we have learned about fear, we have learned about different communication styles very effectively, and we have learned great storytelling from some of the speakers. So a lot to take away from today in terms of learning. There were a few aspects of entertainment also. It was not at all boring. We have seen a good humor from some of our speakers. So this meeting has definitely entertained us, educated us, elevated us. Now let's start my feedback from the start. So preparedness of the meeting was good. We had a good agenda. We have a good word of the day, but I believe word of the day would be given 2-3 days before, so that speakers can include these word of the day, be prepared before coming to the meeting, because the usage of word of the day is very less. It really helps improve the quality of the meeting, as I told earlier. Meeting started on time, but I've seen some of the people came late, so please avoid doing that. It hampers the flow of the meeting. Please try to come on time. And when some of the people came, there was some crosstalk and other things, so please avoid that. Try to avoid that. You can't completely avoid that. I would really give kudos to all the roles which were filled today itself. Some of the evaluators were filled today itself. So thanks for taking up those roles. Word of the day was good. I think we have welcomed guests and the new members, so that has happened good. So we have opened the meeting really well. Coming to the TMOD has explained the agenda very well. Joke Master was very good, came up and he delivered joke with smile. So it was really a great start to the meeting. So yeah, kudos to that. Then a small feedback for TM Prithvish. He was not ready with the script, so I think he's always ready to be prepared on the stage. TMOD has done a great job for tips for choosing a wonderful agenda, which is the tips for effective communication, and I think which also goes with Toastmasters mission. So we have learned a lot about when-I framework, and there are a lot of key takeaways. So great job over there. He's also suggested a book which is Crucial Conversation, and I would really recommend that book, especially for married people. It will really solve a lot of problem between the married people. The Crucial Conversation book. So That was a great suggestion. About our speakers, I think all of us, the speakers were good. PM Abhishek could become a stand-up comedian in my view. He has managed time really well. He does not manage time well. Before that, he always exceeds time, but he has managed the time today. Khushi has turned such a serious topic in a very fun way, and I have not seen such wonderful speech of the communication style before. This is really a lot to take away from this. Then PM Piyush, I think awesome takeaway by PM Piyush about TMOD feedback. Not TMOD, table topics master feedback. She has explained the table topics well, Oreo approach very well. One of the feedback to all these table topic speakers is that a lot of times people forget to reiterate opinion in the end. So it's always good to reiterate opinion in the end so that audience is clear and they get some message in terms of what you're trying to speak. Otherwise, it gets lost. One of the feedback which can be open to discussion for conversational speakers, I think we might increase the time because one of the speakers does not get sufficient time to speak. So we can think about that. Now it's time for the feedback for the evaluators. First evaluator was TM Bhanu, and I think great job in terms of crisp and succinct commendations and recommendations. He has also demonstrated it with examples that you should have done this when you were speaking about this. So this really helps us understand, or maybe the speaker understands this situation in the context that this is what he needs to do to improve. So that was a great evaluation from TM Bhanu. Just one thing which I noticed was TM Bhanu was looking at one side for the first 2.5 minutes, and then he realized, and then he started talking straight. So from the start, if he would have looked at, even TM Abhishek was there, so he was missing to see TM Abhishek while he was giving feedback. So if he could have started TM Abhishek and looked at for first 2 minutes also, that would be better. Evaluator 2 was TM Siddharth. Very energetic, very motivating. I think I don't have any feedback for. One feedback which I have for TM Siddharth was, and this is for all the evaluators, that we missed talking about objective in the speech. So we can also include the objective of the speech and then evaluate that speech accordingly. That would be a much better evaluation for the speakers. Evaluation 3, TM Gaurav, always energetic, passionate, he covers stage well, energy and passion well. But one of the recommendations Gaurav has given was, he told about an instance that you could, after 17 years, you could have done this. I think if we could have kept it generic, that would help the speaker to understand what should he improve. I do not know what action can a speaker take about this situation, right? Just try to keep the recommendations generic. Table topics, evaluated, great job. It's always very difficult to listen and evaluate at the same time in 2 minutes, and he has been able to successfully listen to the speech and evaluated all these speeches very well. He has told about the pros and cons of every speech very well, very crisp. So great job. Timer, wonderful job done. It's very difficult again to note down the time and basically listen to the speech as well. Just one feedback. Also, you are only looking at your report. Look at the audience as well when you are delivering your report. You use acha also. Please avoid using Hindi words in between. For R counter, again a great job. It's always difficult to note down R's and O's, O's and other things. And you have used all kind of words. I have noticed a lot of times R counter only choose 1 or 2 words which is R or so, but you have used R, so, and you've got everything. So great job. The same feedback which I gave to PM Prithvi applies to you as well. Please look at the audience more when you are delivering the report. You are talking to them. Then the report for grammarian, I think good suggestions, and he has done. So he has basically highlighted the name and gave the suggestions to him. I haven't seen that kind of practice before. We just tell grammarians, just tell that this is what you need to improve. But if you are, but it's a better approach that along with the people's name, he's telling about the specific instances, and he's always also giving the suggestions that you could have used this. So that is kudos to the grammarian, and very good job done. in the end, I think those are the feedback I have. Last feedback is for me. I missed reading the flow of the meetings, and I missed to quality the evaluator and evaluators in the meeting, and someone has to go and tell me that you missed this. So yeah, that is the feedback which I take. So thank you. I call on our presiding officer next.
What a great session we had today. I would like to thank Toastmaster of the Day, Toastmaster. I would like to thank Toastmaster Ankit I would like to thank everybody. Let's have a big round of applause for all the
Don't cry.
voting links are shared. I request everybody to vote so that we can have. Sorry. Meanwhile, let's start.
Yeah, just one thing.
If you have any queries or you want to know more about Toastmasters, you can connect with our VP membership, Toastmaster Abhishek, or else you can always connect with me. The president is always here to serve. Couple of announcements.
There is one more.
He is our newest member. Couple of announcements. Next week we will have the installation ceremony, and we'll also have a session on international speech contest. So do join the meeting. And as you might be aware, on the 4th February we will be having the contest. I believe you have started preparing. The eligibility criteria for the contest is that you must be having at least level 2 in your pathways. So if you have not completed level 2 and you are close to completing it, do give speeches in the coming weeks. And I would also like to wish Toastmaster Bhanu and Toastmaster Dipanshu all the best for their area level topic contest, which is going to happen this Saturday.
Thank you.
Is the result ready?
Yeah, we'll take. I've received 19 responses.
That's fine, you can. Yeah, let's see how much attention you were paying throughout the session. Let's see and check your listening skills. In this speech, the first speech was given by Toastmaster Abhishek. What were the 2 Ayurvedic medicines he mentioned? Any other?
Ayurvedic medicine.
Ginger and something. There was one.
Toastmaster Abhishek, you did not have to reply.
I'm one step ahead. I have Millennium with me, so I'm following his Ayurvedic
Cool.
therapy. Yeah.
Now, in the speech given by Toastmaster Khushi, how many types of communication styles?
6.
She mentioned? Can you name it?
6.
Passive.
Aggressive.
Analytic.
Aggressive, passive.
Aggressive, passive, analytical,
Mixed of
Expressive.
aggressive and passive.
passive and expressive.
And listener.
Listener.
You all were listening. So now coming to the third question. In what year, now Toastmaster Piyush, does not have to reply. In what year?
98.
Toastmaster Piyush started the swimming class.
2017.
Now I do not have any questions. Is the result ready?
Yeah.
Let's move on. Any feedback from the members? We just started the new. We just started. Do you have any feedback? We'll continue in the next meeting. I have.
Yes, right.
The best auxiliary role player. What do you think? We had Toastmaster Prithvish as grammarian. We had Toastmaster Ankita as our counter and Toastmaster Prithvi as timer. Who was the best auxiliary role player? Any guesses?
Toastmaster from Africa.
It goes to Toastmaster Prithvish. Evaluator. We had Toastmaster Bhanu as the first speech evaluator. We had Toastmaster Siddharth and we had Toastmaster Gaurav as speech evaluator. We also had Toastmaster Tanmay as table topic, the speech evaluator. What do you think? It goes to the very talented Toastmaster Gaurav.
Toastmaster Gaurav as the.
I was not taking the role today.
Let's name him Mr. Evaluator.
Mr. Deolo, thank you. Thank you so much. Thank you everyone.
Now the best role player role. We had Toastmaster of the day, Toastmaster Ankit. We had Toastmaster Vishal as general evaluator. We had Toastmaster Lokendra as joke master. What do you think is the best?
We have table master also.
Sorry. And table talking master, Toastmaster Kritika as well. Who do you think is the best role player for today's meeting? Any guesses?
The person who is
VM Ankit.
Yes, it goes to Toastmaster Ankit. Best table topic speaker. We had around 10 speakers. Who do you think is the best table topic speaker for today's
Toastmaster Kaveri.
I believe Toastmaster Kaveri was
Toastmaster Lokendra.
It goes to Toastmaster Lokendra.
Sorry. एक सेकंड रिकॉर्डिंग वाला है हाँ ओके ठीक है डन
Now the most awaited award for today's meeting, the best speaker award. We had Toastmaster Abhishek, we had Toastmaster Khushi, and we had Toastmaster Piyush. Who do you think?
Toastmaster.
Toastmaster Khushi.
It goes to Toastmaster Khushi.
Khushi has become relationship expert.
Now, with this, I announce the meeting as closed. Let's have a group picture.
All right.